A good long bath always does wonders to cool my temper after a particularly strenuous day. Ah, and I see you've woken, pet. Excellent. I might have asked you to join me as I bathed, but I didn't wish to rouse you. You always look so perfectly serene when you slumber, your little chest rising and falling ever so slightly. What wild dreams make their way into that little head of yours when you sleep, I wonder. I think I can imagine. My apologies for returning to our bedchamber at such a late hour. I hope I didn't give you cause to worry. Today's proceedings unfortunately dragged on an excessively long time. But they're finished at last. And your Empress is ready to join you for bedtime. Go on, move over a little and make room for me. Good boy. Here, allow me to reward my pet's obedience with a little kiss on the forehead. Yes. Let me wrap my arms around you and draw you in. Just like that. Cuddling you is such a pleasure. I've been yearning for it all day. You simply can't imagine how torturous it was for me today. Having to sit on the throne, wrapped up in all that stuffy finery, and suffer through hour upon hour of tedious diplomatic round tables, when I wanted nothing more than to slip into this nightgown and slink back to my chambers, these velvet sheets, and my favourite pet's loving embrace. Alas, all of us have our responsibilities to attend to, your Empress most of all. Oh, I appreciate your polite interest in the details of my day, pet. But don't fret over it. It's none of your concern. The minutiae of all that complicated statecraft and negotiation would only bore you. You'd never be able to wrap your little mind around such intricate matters. And besides, the business of my court is often quite serious. I fear it would be too much for a soft, sensitive little thing like you to hear about. Oh no, don't look so disappointed. Oh, how can I say no to that little pout and those irresistibly cute puppy eyes? Very well, if you're truly so curious, I'll indulge you. Today's meetings were between myself and a certain High Lord from the East. This lord had been quite vocal in his belief that the Crown's new slate of taxes on naval imports are very unjust, and he has come to the imperial court to demand certain concessions. If I don't submit to those demands, he's threatened a blockade of our eastern ports. He mistakenly believes that his possession of a few godforsaken spits of barren rock and a decrepit castle or two gives him adequate leverage to demand anything of me. Oh, I only wish that I could be in attendance when the royal fleet encircles all of his pathetic, worm-eaten little ships like a great iron fist and smashes them all to splinters in a hail of cannon fire. Like most nobles, he's a very proud man. He wore the most infuriatingly arrogant little smirk during our negotiations this morning, as though he really believed he had the upper hand. It would be nothing short of a privilege to be present to see that smirk melt into the cold despair as he watches his livelihood burn and sink into the harbour, and it dawns on him, far too late, that he should not have tempted the wrath of his Empress. In my mind, I can already hear those wails, those shrill pleas for mercy and clemency. Delectable. Proud men never stay proud to the end. Did you know that, pet? That's something I've been taught quite well by all the poor fools I've had to bend and break over the course of my tenure as the Empress. Of course, they put up a nice facade of bravery, but like all the rest, they're soft and squishy and vulnerable on the inside once you crack them open. Even the proudest men fall to their knees and whimper and beg like animals once they see the reaper's sickle on the horizon. I prefer honest men, men who forego the delusion of pride from the start, good boys like you, who know their place, who don't try in vain to puff themselves up to seem big and strong and brave, when they're small and weak and cowardly. Oh no. I'm sorry, pet. I can see by the wetness in your pretty eyes and your quivering lip that I've only frightened you with my passion, my ferocity. Oh, I told you all that serious talk would be too much for you to handle. I'm so sorry I scared you. Here, no more of that. Just nestle into my arms. Let me run my fingers through your hair and soothe you. You may cry if you're feeling too overwhelmed. I don't mind. I've grown quite fond of your soft heart and how easily you'll move to tears when you're scared or confused. You need not be embarrassed. It's quite endearing how tender you are. Let's change the subject to my favourite little subject. Tell me about your day. What was my darling pet up to while his mistress was away, I wonder? Nothing naughty, I hope. Oh, no. Don't worry. Shh. I was only being playful. I know you're much too loyal and well-behaved to do anything I wouldn't approve of. You're a good boy, isn't that right? Mm-hmm. Of course you are. That's why your Empress loves you. Ah, if only all the rebellious little worms spoiling my big, beautiful world could be as demure and soft and pliable as you. Maybe my crown wouldn't be quite so heavy a weight to bear sometimes. But having you around to be affectionate with in the late hours of the day makes dealing with all that rabble each morning so much easier. There, nuzzle into my neck. I know you would never betray me. It's true that you aren't a product of one of those fancy academies that spawned all those worthless lords and ladies who clutter up my court, but nonetheless, you somehow know one thing they never truly learned. You know that all you have, your food and your bed and your clothes and your life, you owe to your Empress's generosity. And you see, likewise, that all she has so magnanimously given you, she can strip away just as easily. Isn't that right? I do so enjoy that mewling whine in your voice when you say, "Yes, Empress." As though you're frightened you'll upset me and earn a punishment if you don't agree with me meekly enough. So keen to be submissive. But how could you be any other way? I raised you up from nothing, after all, didn't I? Plucked you from the gutter and put the most savoury foods in your mouth, draped you in the most luxurious clothes, lavished on you my warmest affections. You'd have to be the most ungrateful sort of creature to be anything but perfectly servile when speaking to the woman who handed you the world on a silver platter. How fortunate for us both that you're a good boy instead. I can feel your heart beating fast through your chest. It always quickens its pace when we lie together, doesn't it? It's admittedly flattering, the effect hearing my teasing words and being close to me clearly has on you. You're so completely, unashamedly in love with me. It's adorable. Here, you may place your hand on my chest. I want you to feel something.